Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're going to start something new today. I want to try a new series out, and I'm going to call it Not This Guy. And I'm going to go over heroes that I have brought all the way to 60. I've tried them out, and I have found them to be pretty underwhelming, kind of subpar heroes. And that's what we're going to do today. So welcome to the channel, everybody. I am B-Hub. I'm really happy to have you tuning in. And today we're going to be talking about Perforator, which I believe is how you pronounce this dwarf right here. Now, I don't think we should be super surprised that this dwarf is not very good. He is wearing an actual trash can on his head, and he is equipped with a wooden crossbow to fight a lot of really scary enemies in this game. And he just is not really equipped, I think, to handle it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over his kit first. We're going to see what he actually does. His first attack is called Vermin Slayer. It attacks one enemy, and it has a 30, and you can make that a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for one turn. Now, reading is key, because when I brought this guy up, I didn't read that it was for one turn, but in fact, this debuff does last for just one turn. Now, it is a 5% poison, so that part is better than a 2.5, but it only lasts for one turn. His Hardened Tips attack attacks one enemy, ignores 50% of the target's defense, and grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. And then finally, he has Scare Off as his passive. He has a 35% chance of placing a fear debuff on the target for one turn when this champion inflicts a critical hit. So his kit seems almost okay sometimes when you read over it, but as I've used it, it really isn't all that great. This poison chance is only a 50% chance. It's only a one-turn poison, and this really doesn't help you kill bosses the way that you need poisons to kill bosses. Not like somebody like Kale does, where just Kale can slap on a ton of poisons. This guy does not. He only has a 50% chance, and it's just not a very good one anyways. Hardened Tips, this attack does not do a ton of damage. It does a little bit, but not a ton. And you are not bringing this guy. This isn't like an arena hero. And so the odds of you killing an enemy with this attack are significantly lower if you're trying to bring him to something like a dungeon wave. This doesn't trigger as much as you think it might. And then finally, Scare Off, although it does give you a little bit of crowd control ability, it's really rare. It's a 35% chance upon a critical hit to land. So only a 35% chance to land, and you have to gear him for crit to make sure that this happens all the time. Now, the other thing is, Fear itself is only a 50% chance to actually trigger even when the debuff lands. So you have to hit a 35% chance and then a 50% chance. And so the crowd control with him also is not very good. Now, the way that you would go about gearing a character like this, well, you obviously have to get a high crit hit rate because you want that to work in here. You need good accuracy, and you want good speed because his poison is only a one-turn affair. You need to make sure that it's landing more often than not. And then his Hardened Tips, although it does a little bit of damage, still really isn't that great either. So the thing that I have found when I go over Perforator is he just really isn't that great of a hero. He hasn't performed for me the way that other heroes have. If you're ever going to use this hero, I could see him being used very, very early on in the game to maybe fight a couple of the bosses or something like that. But this is not somebody that you want to 6-star. It's not somebody that you want to, to fully ascend. It's not someone that you want to invest heavily into. He's just not that good. He has a trash can on his head. So that's really my analysis of this character. I would run him through some gameplay, but really all you would really see is other champions carrying him throughout the fight. It would be a longer video, and you would really just see him doing a lot of nothing and other people carrying all the weight. So that's my analysis of Perforator. I brought him up, I've tried him, and I would highly recommend other characters before I would recommend him. Right now, the two that I would obviously recommend the most is I would recommend Kale. Kale is an insane poisoner. He does so much, and he has a solid AoE attack to help you tear down waves a little bit faster, along with a 100% chance of landing this poison and an opportunity to land up to 4 of these poisons. I mean, it's really, really strong kit. Now the other person who I would definitely recommend over him currently is Haruspex. Right here, this guy is awesome. He attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 15% chance of placing this poison. You can level that up and make it a 40% chance. What is that? 20, 25, 35% chance of landing this poison, which is a little bit lower, but he does have the fill all turn meters and the increased speed, and he has the ability to revive a dead ally and a speed in the arena. So this guy I would recommend over Perforator any day, and definitely recommend Kale over him. So those are the heroes that I would really recommend. I would not go with Perforator. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I hope this answered anything that you might have. I try to make this video a little bit shorter, and yeah, let me know. If you got anything out of it, hit like and hit subscribe. Also, streaming on Twitch, so come hit me up. Link is in the description below. Click on that, give me a follow. Come check out a stream. Be happy to see you there. And until next time, peace out.